Daisy May says it perfectly. Uh-oh. I bet you guys didn't expect to see me again today. Well, I've got a content cow that I'm gonna show on my The Vigilance Committee channel. And this channel's kind of taken a turn, a little pivot, you might say. Um, we're going to be showing some people here, not just this guy. Right now, he's going to be my content cow, though. Are you guys ready to see who my content cow is? Ready to see that? Well, let me present the content cow. Oh, oh, look at that. Mr. Christopher Ruff. Wow. Yeah, he just put out a live, like early hours of the morning. And we're going to show it. We're just going to kind of go over this video of when he first came out with auditing Erie County. And then he had Rogue Nation up on the panel for a little bit. So we're just going to kind of show this body of work here, if you can call it that. Basically a hit piece. I don't care what he says. That's what it is. And we're going to get started here just by reacting to his stream. And if I've got mods in the chat, go ahead and put Christopher Ruff's channel up here. I'm sure he needs some subscribers on that channel. He's not willing to put anything on his main channel that has to do with any of this kind of stuff, because he was, I think he was bleeding subscribers by putting this stuff out. And so that's why he decided he's going to put it on Christopher Ruff's channel. So here we go. Oh, long pause. Long pause. You got to have long pauses here. Just long pause. Playing around with his phone. Yeah, not really saying anything. Got that dead air going on. Let's have some dead air.
No, there was no reporting. My internet just fucking sucks right now.
Oh, that laugh. Ooh, we'll get more of that, I'm sure.
Yep, that was just an internet problem.
Oh, good.
We check. We make sure. Just
yeah.
internet problems.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Got to make sure. Use that funny accent.
Nah, it had nothing to do with YouTube. That was completely my internet.
Was it completely your internet?
Don't forget to drop a brand new.
Oh, that's right. He's out there in the boondocks, so he doesn't get the greatest of internet, does he? Before I continue on, I want to kind of recognize the chat in here, because you're probably pretty shocked that I'm even showing this content. So let me scroll up here on my phone. I see Dublubs is in here, A-Jot, Daisy May. Daisy May said, uh-oh, uh-oh. Never shown anything like this on this channel, have I? All right, everybody's saying hello to everybody, I see. Wow, most of these people are my mods in this chat, too. SC Phoenix, good to see you. Juggalasses for public safety. You didn't ask to be famous. Nope, you did not. But Christopher did, so we're going to show his stuff on here. For public safety, I said in the chat that I'm only here in Christopher Ruff's chat to stick up for Tiffany and Chris. Yeah. All right. STD, good to see you. One of my favorite moderators. And I'm also here to kind of promote my other channel. If you guys can, if the moderators can find that other channel in here, I really want to promote it. It's at Vigilante 1864 ? And then if you guys can throw that up in the chat, I'd sure appreciate it. Good to see you for public safety. Yep, that's all we see him do. He's using for public safety as his content cow, he likes to say. So turnabout's fair play, and I decided I'm going to use him as my content cow on this channel. So here we go.
Brand new like, yeah, right. Gosh dang it.
Mm-hmm. El Rio del Oro. Let me make this smaller here. I'm supposed to get
Set this up real quick.
access to my comment section here. Exit full screen. There we go. Now I can see my chat in here. There we are. Oh, let's highlight some of this stuff here. All right, I'm glad to see everybody's putting everybody's links in here. Don't forget to put for public safety's link in here. I'm sure you guys already have. I don't really pay attention to chat that well.
Bye.
Oh, bye. Bye. I better pause it, I guess. Be sure and put Christopher Ruff's channel in here in the chat. People go there. Since I'm sharing his video here, I'm just kind of doing a reaction video on his reaction video to his own content. That's what I'm doing. Fair use. So I believe it's fair use. If it's not, oh well, this channel's not monetized anyway. And if he wants to be petty, like he accuses other people of being petty, he could do some sort of a strike on my channel. I don't really give a rip on this channel anymore. It's never going to be monetized anyway. So I don't care. For public safety, saying hello to Daisy May. She does a lot of work behind the scenes, guys. I'm telling you. A lot of work behind the scenes. She's a true patriot. So just so everybody's aware of that. Let's go ahead and continue. We're going to be a while. We're going to be a while. He's just kind of boring, isn't he? Just sits there saying nothing for long periods of time. When he says something that's pertinent, we'll know how to counteract what he says. It's a frickin' lie, because he does like to do that. Even though, I don't know, at first I thought he was, just misled, misinformed. Right. But now I'm convinced.
I fixed it.
Yeah.
Did you use the like button?
No, I did not use the like button when I watched this, Christopher. I did not. And I'm not ashamed to say it either. So, all right, here we go. Good to see you, Tyrants Beware. Thanks for your help.
Yeah, bro was streaming like, a matter of a few hours ago, and he's already in here trolling. It's funny.
Oh, is he talking about me because I'm trolling now? No, no. I didn't catch this live. Well, I caught it live, but I backed up and fast forwarded everything, and his live stream was over by the time I got to the end. So that's when I decided, you know what? there's a lot of things that he said that just wasn't quite truthful. So that's why I'm wanting to share it today. And I want to know if you guys caught on to some of his BS here. Um, and just so everybody's aware too, if his people come in here, just let them rant, let them do their thing. Unless they say something that's against terms of service or um, start calling people names, then just time them out. You know, 1 minute, 5 minutes, and if they continue to do it, eventually 24 hours. In fact, let me see if I can find the banners here. And I'll put it up here. Here we go. This is the for timeouts. Okay. Let's continue.
It's hilarious.
Hilarious.
Well, your lame ass don't even have a no right to chat in here. Little Canadian, bye bye.
Oh, no right to chat. Just like there was one night he says, Cliff, you need to email me because I'd like to have you up on my panel so that you can embarrass yourself. Just come up on my panel, buddy, and embarrass yourself. Let's set up a time for all that. And then the very next night, I was saying things in his chat, and he kept answering everything I would say in his chat. And then he said, "You're irrelevant." And I said, "Well, then why are you answering all of my chats, dude?" And that's when he blocked me. He timed me out for 24 hours. He likes to do that. If you disagree with him, he'll just time you out for 24 hours and that's it. You're done. Uh, yeah, smoke it up. Smoke it if you got it. Pothead. Smoking on camera. He doesn't do that on his main channel because they asked him not to. And he, of course, he complies. Oh, that must have been a good hit. Oh, whoa.
We are back. We're gonna have to jump
Yeah.
right back into this.
Oh, I'm sure you're going to jump right back into it too.
With, and according to the records, April 5th, 1990.
Okay, so now here he's playing the interview that for public safety had with that. Oh, I'm not even. He's dumb. He's a lawyer. He's a DUI attorney, I guess. I'm not even going to give his channel any name recognition because I'm not showing his content. I'm showing Christopher's.
1999 was when you were arraigned. Then they moved it a couple days, probably because you were released. This is very common. Again, I'm a practicing attorney. This is
Another hit job here too, by the way, guys. Everyone in the chat when he was doing the interview with this guy were saying this was a hit job, man. The hit job. They did a hit job on you, Chris, and Chris didn't realize it at first, I don't think. And but by the next day, he knew, and he knew that the guy had been talking to Fraudit Wrangler to set all this interview stuff up. They were in cahoots with each other. Giving each other super chats right after this interview. The DUI guy went into Fraudit Wrangler's chat and started sending Fraudit Wrangler money in super chats, all kinds of good stuff. And if you guys were watching for public safety's content, you know that's what happened. We all saw it. Christopher Ruff, he didn't pay any attention. He doesn't know what's really going on. I think he does now, but he's already all in, like he claims we are for public safety. We already know the truth, but we've been locked in with for public safety for so long that we don't want to admit that we've been wrong all this time. Well, yeah, no, that's not it. You're wrong, Christopher Ruff. Wrong, 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 wrong.
Kentucky. So for me, this is very, very easy in the sense of I have personal experience with exactly that. Client gets out of jail, then they don't have a court date, immediately then and there. They will push it back for a couple of days. So the arraignment in this case was originally scheduled for April 5th, 1999. And then it was rescheduled for April 7th, 1999. So it's still the arraignment.
So April 7th was his arraignment date for the assault charge only. Remember,
Oh, be quiet. Dummy's talking. Dummy Kruger. Dummy. He is a dummy. He's actually, he knows how to twist and turn things to make it look a certain way. I think everybody caught on to that kind of garbage too, except for, Christopher Ruff.
the DV hearing isn't scheduled until the 14th. And what happened next is where it got really interesting for Larry and me. I've always been of the mindset when dealing with Chris, if you let him talk enough, he will eventually F himself over. And of course, he's done just that. During his interview with Larry, Chris made reference to a second court video that took place on April 7th that I wasn't aware of until he released it a few days ago. He claims that I was aware of this video, but of course, most of us know that Chris is a liar. He claimed that this newly surfaced video would prove that I lied to my audience and that he did, in fact, not bail out. He claims that I didn't show this new video because it proves that he stayed in jail from April 4th through April 14th, even though we hear him on video telling the judge on April 14th that he only stayed in jail for 1 day.
Here's what I think. And I don't know for sure. But I think the charges came on the 4th. He was arrested that night. I think they let him out because some bail was posted for him that he didn't know anything about. I mean, this was 26 years ago, so he might not even remember. And he tried to go get his stuff. And in the meantime, she's pressing charges on some BS. We already know Christopher Ruff, the marijuana charge. She was even on your show, Georgette, the old girlfriend, stating that Christopher didn't have anything to do with the joint. It was you and her and her brother. But you conveniently took that video down, didn't you? Yeah. And then on the 4th, like in here, you're going to hear Chris Ryder say, "Hey, on the 4th, you'll see I have court on the 4th for this Hardin County joint case." And it turns out it was dismissed because they didn't have any evidence that was even his case. Georgette even told you it wasn't his case, but you chose to, I don't know, hide that maybe? I think you did.
Forget about all of the paperwork proving he spent only 1 day in jail. We have actual video of him saying it.
You satisfy his services as your lawyer on this assault charge. All right, court accept your guilty plea and the recommendation.
6 months, Your Honor.
And that was on an assault charge, not a domestic violence charge. Assault charge. You just heard the judge say it. That you guys, the main thing that all of these troll channels and now direct Christopher Ryder is on this kick is that Chris Ryder, you're a woman beater. You're a woman beater, and Tiffany needs to take care of her kids and pay her child support. Well, that's all bullshit, and it's all coming from a particular corrupt government official who I believe is corrupt. That's my allegation, JJ Scarborough, that you are corrupt as all get out. And that's all you say about, except for you've got charges against Christopher Ryder that you brought forward because he put out a phone number that he got off of the Meade County website and an address from the Meade County website that you claimed was your daughter's, that he didn't even know you had a daughter at that time. How do I know this? Because we all watched it. We've seen multiple videos that you've never seen. And we've seen documents too that you've never seen, Christopher Ruff. And you're getting all your information from all the troll channels and all of the people on the other side of this thing that are trying to bury Christopher Ryder and Tiffany Napier. But yet you think you've got the truth. You're completely wrong. Yeah, and I so for public safety says, I think it's funny how Dummy Kruger fell on his face and is how busted in being wrong about everything. Yeah. Um, no phone number. What I miss. I know that they've given out your phone number. They've given out your driver's license, your social security number. I watched Fraud at Wrangler give all that information out the day he got it from. Ooh, where could have he got it from? JJ the jailer, maybe? Yeah, yeah. So you were doxxed all over the place, and it took hours. I mean, multiple hours just to get that taken down. And then he basically deleted all the personal information that he put out there in the first place. But he got that information from, I believe, and we believe, JJ. Okay, yeah, it was a business address, not a phone number. Okay, I gotcha. It was a business address of Meade County. I think it was their where they were their the furniture business. I think that, but it was off of business address, not from a government website. Yeah, Meade County government, exactly. Yeah, all right. There is no allegation of me giving a phone number. It's just a business address from the Meade County government website. Gotcha. Okay. And it wasn't JJ's. Was it JJ's personal business? Is that what you're saying? Because it could have been, yeah. But why was it on a government website? That's kind of quirky too. Anyway, let's play some more of this.
They're going to give him credit for time served, the rest to be probated, and the conditions to be abide by the terms of the domestic
How
violence.
many
law.
days did you get?
You got one.
You'll be sentenced to 6 months in jail, probated after the 1 day he served. The rest of the time probated for 2 years. No other public offense, no contact with Miss.
If you don't want to believe Larry or me, fine.
See, and I think he got out for like maybe a day, went to go get his things, and then the judge threw him. The judge did not let him out of jail. That's why he didn't remember if he bonded out or not, because he never got out of jail. He stayed in jail that whole time, and it turns out it was 42 days. So he couldn't have possibly went to his probation and signed documents with Hardin County because he was in Meade County Jail during that time. So everything that these trolls have been saying are lies, 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 lies.
Then believe what your eyes and ears are telling you when Chris tells the judge he only spent 1 day in jail. We'll get back to the 14th momentarily, too.
At that time, maybe he did only spend 1 day in jail. Come on. At that moment, but he never got to leave that courtroom that day. I'm pretty sure of that.
Going back to his arraignment on the 7th, this is what Chris claimed was in this new video that proved I was lying.
The problem is that there's a whole nother Meade County video that I do have that shows me being told that I'm going to jail. Do I not?
I wasn't.
True.
What'd you
I
say?
have another video sitting there on my dresser
Yeah.
that shows the judge telling me.
It's true, right?
What you're saying is true, right? Christopher? Ruff? Huh? But you got to stop it just at that moment. Okay? I mean, look, 26 years ago, think about it. Memories aren't all that great from 26 years ago. There's no way I could remember anything from 26 years ago. And here they are. They've been put on the spot to where they're supposed to remember everything perfectly from something that happened 26 years ago. And then one of the cases, there was never, he wasn't even ever involved. And he got charged with a marijuana cigarette. And even Georgette said, no, it had nothing. There was never a charge for him. It was my brother and I. I mean, think about that, folks. Keep that in mind. It was her and her brother. And maybe her brother used his ID. Not saying that that happened for sure, but could it have happened? According to Chris, yeah, because he remembers having to get another ID because his, I think it was his driver's license was stolen, and he had to get an ID. Never had a Kentucky driver's license ever, and he's proved that on his channel too. Just go find it, Christopher Ruff. Just go find it. It's easy to find this stuff. It's just that you don't want to take the time to look for it because you just want to do a hit job because JJ's super chatting the hell out of you. Yeah.
Okay. You guys saw that? It's true. She nodded. I got confirmation. Believe it.
You need to go to jail.
And DirectD thinks he's got a mic drop there.
And that nobody else has. That's something that an attorney from Kentucky could have requested and gotten if they wanted to. It's public record.
Ah,
I have a video.
I'll bet that could be too. Not saying that I mean, it could be, I guess, the baby daddy, her other boyfriend, because you weren't living with her at the time. Yeah, I think I remember us talking about that over the phone too, as to who this could have been. And I also remember Chris asking me. He says, "I know what I'm going to do anyway, but what's your opinion? Should I just plead guilty to this and let it be done?" And I said, "Well, did you do it?" "Well, no." I said, "Then I don't think you should plead guilty to anything that you didn't do." "Yeah, but it'd be so much easier to just do it. They probably wouldn't even make me spend the 30 days because it's so old." And I think he even had a deal to where they wouldn't have done it. But integrity, not pleading guilty to something that you didn't do, is something that I think is commendable. I mean, he didn't have to go through all this. He really didn't. Over a stupid joint 26 years ago. Give me a break.
So did Dummy Kruger, but he didn't want you to see it. And the video that Dummy Kruger didn't want you to see, I have. It's on.
Yeah, in the old Meade County case, I mean, same guy, same old boyfriend, who I think Chris told me that they ended up married and spent many years together, and then he died. And Chris gave him the house. He just gave up his house. Said, "Yeah, you can have it. I'm out." I mean, so it's like, and all this stuff coming back like this is just bullshit. It's all bullshit. And it doesn't mean a thing. What matters is his current Meade County case, where he was basically beaten, and Tiffany was certainly beaten and bruised, and potentially she would have been tased if that taser would have been working, and arrested by JJ's good friend, Whited, the what is it, chief deputy sheriff, deputy chief or whatever for the sheriff's department. Yeah, crazy stuff. None of this should be going
On April 7th, and I'm in the courtroom, and I was put in the jail. Not released, put in. It's because after all of the bullshit from the trolls that have been making a mess, a mockery of the actual evidence, twisting it all up, throwing it places that it don't belong, and twisting the timeline, and saying this matches this thing and that matches this thing. I mean, even a damn Larry Foreman DUI guy, even he couldn't keep this shit straight when he tried to twist it all up. Are we confident?
Yep, that's exactly right. They got it all twisted up because of what Dummy Kruger did. So Dummy Kruger's good at twisting things up, and then these guys, by not paying attention to everything that's been going on for the last, 2.5 years now. They don't know what's been going on. Christopher Ruff has no clue as to what's been going on. He hasn't paid attention to For Public Safety's channel or Official Misconduct's channel. He hasn't. He's been too busy doing his own thing, like, jumping up on cop car bumpers and shit like that. You know, he hasn't paid attention to what's really been happening over the last, especially 18 months, that Fraud Wrangler's been on the scene. But we have. But we're just simps that just believe everything he tells us. No, we don't. In fact, I've called Chris so many times saying, "Hey, what about this? What's going on? This doesn't look good for you." And he says, "Cliff, go back to this. Look at this." And I said, "Well, why aren't you publishing something on this?" And he says, "Because it's not time. There's got court. Things have to be handled in court first. Then we can publish it." I can't tell you how many times that him and I have argued about publishing something. I said, "You got to defend yourself." And he says, "I can't yet. We've got to make sure that it goes through court first. And then he publishes it later." I can't tell you how many times we've gone through that.
Confident that I spent the minimum 10 days. Yeah, we're confident that I spent a minimum of 10 days in jail. So if the
Minimum of 10 days, but he actually spent 42 days. And I remember him having a conversation with me too. I know I spent a long time in that jail because we played cards, we did things, we did this, we did that. I had commissary. It had to have been at least 10 days. And I never got out once I went in. And I tend to believe that, but I think there might have been a day that he was out. That's the reason why, because he went with the sheriff's department to go pick up his things. So he might have got out for a day, but he just doesn't remember it. I don't know. That part is lost in memories, I guess. So
actual incident occurred on the 3rd or even the 4th, let's just say the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th.
We're confident I spent 10 days, except all the paperwork says 1 day, and then I got bonded out. And then when I got him up on my stream, he's like, "Oh, well, times, and it was so long ago, and maybe I forgot or I got it wrong." You're so confident right here, right?
no, there's other documentation too that shows he was in there longer than he was. So you got that wrong, Christopher. Why don't you just come out and say, "Hey, I was wrong. He did spend more time in jail. And the documents are there." So stop. You're digging a hole, and you're digging it deep, and you're not going to get out of it if you keep digging.
7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. It's 10 days. The bad part is that these people that were trying to paint me in a bad light, they have the same video that I have. So they already knew the truth. They chose to lie to you. That's what they did. They chose to lie because they're trying to damage my channel. It's like jealousy or something. I don't know. It's my real record. I'm going to be extremely vulnerable and completely transparent. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how all that went.
Well, okay, so you are going to be going on at 5, so that's 3 o'clock my time. So I got 25 minutes. We're going to end the stream in 25 minutes, no matter where we're at. We could always come back to this. I mean, this video is it's a long one anyway, and so we'll have part 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got a content cow, and if people come in and watch it and they like it, then I'm going to continue doing it. I'm going to continue exposing Mr. Christopher Bruff for attacking somebody that he shouldn't ought to be attacking. And thank you for that offer for public safety. I might do that, but I got to figure out how to do it. So if I can get Tyrants Beware to show me how to restream something, I'll do it. I don't have my helper that used to be here anymore, so I am your friend, Minnesota Black Rope. Absolutely, I am. And yes, be sure and put his channel link in here too. Gloria, it's good to see you here as well. I haven't been highlighting people's stuff here, but I do recognize you in the chat. There's somebody else that I saw in Christopher Ruff's channel chat. who just became a member, and I don't know why, because I've seen her in for public safeties, I've seen her in my chat. Um, Claudette, what are you getting yourself into? Or are you just being a member of everybody because you want to support everybody? All I know is that when I started my other channel, to just kind of tell you guys this story. What I did was I texted every channel owner or auditor or um, investigative journalist that I have supported over the years. I just said, "Hey, I got this new channel. Here's a link to my first video. Please go there and at least leave a comment for me, a like. Um, hope to see you in the comments and supporting me." And about half the people did. Some of the people that it was the way that I sent the link to. Some of the people said, "Hey, that the way you sent it, I had to figure it out. I wasn't able to figure it out, so I haven't gone there yet." So I resent the link, and I think they went. A lot of people went over there, and they gave me some support. In fact, my first video that I put out, I got a thousand views, and it was just, going in and asking for a public records request. Nothing really all that entertaining. But I did appreciate all the support. Somebody's support that I thought I would get, because I've actually supported that channel for over 2 years. Oh, and Claudette, that's where you just got a new membership. I don't think you knew. I supported DMA's channel, Denver Metro Audits, for over 2 years. In fact, he's one of the channels that I gave the most support to out of a lot of them. He texted me back and said, "Stop sending me these links. Just send them to your good buddy for public safety. Stop sending them to me." So, needless to say, I texted him back and I said, "Wow, okay. Why don't you tell me how you really feel? I can't support other channels because you don't like them. Um, Not cool. Not cool." That's all I'm never going to talk about that again. So you guys heard it here, but that's it. I'm not here to disparage other channels, but man, oh man, oh man, the division that's going on, it's got to be addressed, because we've got some members of this A1 community that are actually taking the side of a corrupt government official and actually making money from that corrupt government official. Um, that ain't cool. That ain't cool at all.
And it proves that I spent that time in the jail. It proves it, don't it, Tiff? But they're also trying to discredit me and make me look bad by cherry picking portions of a video that I'm going to show you guys the whole video. That's what I'm going to do. What do you think of that, Tiff? I'm going to show my audience the whole record.
Oh, it's that simple, Tyrus Beware? I just go to his channel and then just basically like stream snipe it? Okay. Yeah, I can do that. Love to do that. Well, and you've been kind to me too, Black Robe Regiment. And I wanted to reach out to you, but because I know that something personal happened within your family, and I hope I sent some prayers, and I hope everything's going well for you and your family. So that's all I'm going to say about that. That's personal stuff. I don't want to get too much into it.
That's available. You like that?
Oh, you were going to show the whole record. Then why did you only show half of it? Needless to say, I was excited to see this newly found footage, because even though Chris claimed I had it, I didn't. But thanks to Larry Foreman, I do now.
And you did then too, Dummy Kruger. You're a smoke blower. You've been blowing smoke from the beginning. And poor Christopher Ruff. I mean, he's just now learning about all this stuff. When we said he's working with a corrupt government official, He said he didn't know who JJ was, but it was like 2 days before that. He was on the same panel with JJ and Generally Specific. So, did he not put two and two together? Is he that stupid? Or was he lying? He's either stupid or he lies. Stupid or lies. Um, Not cool. Yeah, Daisy May. She says, I feel FPS doesn't owe those government hired snakes answers. Wow. Tell us how you really feel. I know she does. Um, I've heard her tell me stories of phone calls that she makes, and as soon as they try to mislead her, she's on them. She's pounding them. Like, I know you're lying to me. Don't lie to me. And they hang up on her. She calls them right back. I mean, she doesn't mess around with it. Maybe his true supporters, people who donate to him. But to these sold out losers like GS, Kaiser, Kruger, DirectD, Lick the Whole Boot, yeah, I think they did sell out. They're actually getting super chats and all kinds of things from JJ the Jailer. So, yeah, I mean, it's not right. It's not cool. And we're going to talk about it from now on. We're not going to hide this stuff, and we're going to defend people that we believe are doing the right things and trying to expose corruption within our government. And when they get a lot of people like this attacking them, and now they've got insiders of the 1A community attacking these people, something's wrong with that. And I've been silent for too long on this particular channel, and I shouldn't have been, and I'm not going to be from now on.
During his yammering about this video, Chris made a specific comment that let me know without a doubt he was about to drop a copious amount of bullshit on his viewers. Check this out.
And then saying on these records, on the paper, that on April 7th, which is 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 3 days later, that a bond was posted.
Did you catch it? I knew something was going to be up with this video because of this specific clip here. In order to make his story fit, he had to tell his audience that the bond, which I've been discussing, occurred on April 7th. However, as I've already demonstrated, it was actually posted on the 5th.
And does it say who it was posted by? And I mean, it wasn't posted by Chris. He never paid it. It was somebody else that paid it. But he never got out. He still didn't get out, even though that, even if it was posted, $1,000, right? He still didn't get out. And we saw that in the Meade County court because the judge didn't let him out. He said, go sit over there. So he didn't, he might have already been out, but he didn't get to stay out. That's for sure. We all know that. And then the court documents showing 42 days that he spent in the jail total tells you something else that they don't want to admit. But Christopher Ruff just glosses right over that. Glosses right over it.
He had to fabricate this new date to make it seem like he was still in jail on the 7th before his arraignment. This was the only way he could align this narrative with the new video he intended to post. Another attempt he made to support his narrative, claiming he didn't post bail and stayed in jail from April 4th to April 14th, and therefore this signature wasn't his, was to only play a portion of this new video from the 7th. However, as I mentioned earlier, Larry got me the whole video, which completely obliterates everything he just said. Who's ready for it? So he literally starts off the video with a complete falsehood. We know these two cases are related because 1, the signatures, and 2, the fact he kept trying to tell his audience he was in Meade County Jail while dealing with the marijuana case.
Yes, it is, Chris Wilkie. It is ridiculous and damaging. It is. It is. It's ridiculous and damaging. So here we go.
Case. By the way, Chris, why didn't you mention the scales that were confiscated during that time? More on that in the next video. So this is the very first clip he began playing. The first thing I noticed is that he zoomed in so the date and timestamp wouldn't be visible. So he added his own date sans the time. Curious.
Mr. Reader, who went back to the jail on $2,500 cash bond. Mike, I just blanked out on Mike's last name.
See right there. She just said he went back to jail that day because the judge said, "You're going back to jail. You're going to jail."
With the sheriff's department, did go out with him.
Oh, so he wasn't lying. The sheriff's department did go out with him to get his stuff.
He's not real smart. I didn't think he's nervous. You need these back? I did not go back and do.
And I don't think it's not that he wasn't so smart. I think it was his age. He was 19 years old. He doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't know what's happening.
The sheriff's department did go out. Doors were locked.
By playing these clips out of order, they make absolutely no sense at all. I believe he did this to make it seem like this happened at the beginning of the day, to make it look like he was in jail prior.
Doesn't make it seem like it happened at the beginning of the day. This was later. It clearly says he's in jail. Earlier in the day, the judge put him in jail because he supposedly violated a protective order because the sheriff took him out to that house to get him his stuff. And the judge made a mistake and said, "Oh, well, you're going to jail because I told you not to go near there." It's a comedy of errors is what happened there. And it's, they want to twist it and turn it.
Prior to this hearing, therefore he didn't bail out on the 5th. When we watch the clips in the correct,
He didn't bail out. I mean, the paperwork says that somebody bailed him out, but he didn't get to leave the jail. That's the truth. That's the fact of the matter.
order with the correct timestamps, you'll see that this scene happened 2 hours after his initial appearance. He also cut this conversation short and left out some critical information. We'll get to that in a moment. Let's now put the day's event.
So we'll get to that in a moment, but he never gets to that. So they're trying to infer that he got out later that day, but he didn't. And nowhere does it say, nowhere in a video does it say he got out later that day. And they're all saying, they're trying to say that he did get out later that day. But where's the video evidence of that? There isn't any because he didn't get out.
It's in the proper order and watch them that way. So at 9:40 a.m., this is Chris sitting right here minutes before he's called. Also make note that he's obviously.
Why is everyone spiraling over YouTube banning ad blockers? Like, chill guys, just use Pi. It's a free Chrome extension that's actually made by one of the founders of
Christopher Ruff. Come on, why don't you pay for having no ads on your channel? I'm a smaller channel than yours, way smaller. And I paid so that we don't have any videos when I'm doing a stream. You can't afford to do that? Really? Come on.
Guys, to interrupt, just wanted to point out some stuff again. When that lady spoke to the judge 2 hours after his initial appearance, she says that he went back to jail, right? Not that he's in the courtroom or that he's, going to go back to jail. She specifically said he went back to jail on a $2,500 cash bond. We have no, and I've seen this video before. There is no video after her saying that where the judge is like, "Okay, you're free to go."
And that's the truth right there. That's the truth. Rogue just spoke the truth. Rogue Nation, I've never known him to lie. And he didn't see a video after that says, "Okay, you're free to go." Neither did I. Neither is anyone else. And if you have, show it. Show it. Show where the judge said later that day, okay, you're free to go. Didn't happen. It did not happen. Period.
So let me lay down a scenario here.
I think, and I'm pretty sure it's in the end of this video. This is the same video I watched.
I can assure you I watched, good sir, and it's not. But
There you go. I think it's at the end of this video. It never was. I was waiting for it the whole time that I was watching this stream this morning, for them to show where the judge says, okay, you're free to go. They never did it.
let me lay down a scenario that's plausible, right? That after 25 years, you might not remember the exact details, okay? He gets arrested August or April 4th for this domestic violence. He bonds out on the 5th, right? She gets this TRO, temporary restraining order. Between the 5th and the 7th, he goes back with the sheriff, like they said, to get his stuff, but the doors were locked. He couldn't get in. He goes back on the 7th. The judge says, I told you not to go back, puts him in jail, $2,500 bond. Chris now sits in jail from the 7th to the 14th, which is 7 days and not 10. But after 25 years, it kind of gets muddied, right? How many days you spent in, you know, you were in jail, just, 7, 9 days, you don't remember.
Rogue Nation he just spoke that perfectly. And I believe that that's exactly what happened. I believe that's exactly what happened. Thanks for coming in, Minnesota Black Rogue Regiment. Continue to drop his link in there. People need to go there and subscribe to his channel. He's a good man.
Also, because you didn't bond out that time, you remember that you didn't bond out, so you think you never bonded out. I mean, all of these are plausible theories here as to what happened. So,
you know what's also plausible is that fucking aliens came from a planet called Nibiru and
oh, is that how you're going to take it? Aliens, it's plausible that aliens came from the planet Nibiru? That's how plausible what Rogue Nation just said. Really?
and seeded this planet with human life. They took some ape DNA and then they took their Anunnaki DNA and they melded them together and created fucking human beings, right? That's all.
Listen to him rant. Where's he coming up with that plausibility over Rogue Nation's plausibility? Can you say apples, oranges? And why is he ranting about it? Could it be that he's feeling like maybe maybe Rogue Nation did show some plausibility and he might be way off? Is that why he's lashing out right now? I think so. I do. I think so.
Also fucking plausible. So is some dude sitting up on a cloud fucking throwing lightning bolts like Zeus or God or whatever the fuck you want to believe in. Bro, you want to play this plausibility bullshit? We're talking about court and law, not fucking plausible. What's plausible? The list is fucking endless, dude.
How many people in this chat know who Rogue Nation is? Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever known or heard of Rogue Nation lying to anyone about anything. Put a 1 in the chat if you've heard that he lies. Put a 2 in the chat if you've never heard anything like that about Rogue. Okay, STD, did you mean to do that? Put a 1 in the chat if you know that he lies, that Rogue Nation lies. Put a 2 in the chat if you know he doesn't, and you've never heard him lie. See, I know that was kind of a trick. I don't just say put a 1 in the chat to the positive all the time. I make you guys think before you answer. So now I'm getting a lot of 2s. Okay. And Bob Niehoff, if you think he did lie, you want to change your answer to 2 if you don't think he lies or you never heard him lie. Same with you, STD. You can change it. Never lies. Okay. STD already corrected his. So Rogue never lies. Yeah, Rogue Nation is not a liar. Okay. All right. So I think we've got a consensus here. I've never, in the years that I've been supporting Rogue Nation, I've never heard him lie about anything. And if he misspeaks, he clarifies it, or he'll come back and say, "Oh, I misspoke there." But I've never even seen that. And if I did, I'd tell you, "Hey, Rogue, you misspoke there," and I'd tell him too. But I've never seen it. So I've heard Rogue, but I don't know him personally, but I have never heard him tell a lie. There you go. All right, so that's where we're going to end it today, because in 3 minutes, For Public Safety is going to be going live with a premiere, and I'm going to start showing that in a few minutes. I'll go live again, and we'll watch that. That actually, I guess I could just stay live, right? But if you guys want to head on over there to For Public Safety's channel for his premiere, I have no idea what he's going to be showing, but I'm going to go ahead and stream it over here because he told me I could, so I will. But you guys go over there and support him, okay? I'll probably be in the chat over here just because. So let me get on YouTube here and search For Public Safety. I'm sure he's got a notification out there somewhere for Public Safety. It'll be this one. Is there? Has anybody got a notification yet that he's doing a premiere? So I'm not seeing it in here. Anybody? Am I looking in the wrong place for it? Oh, there it is. It's already started. No, it'll start shortly. All right, well, we're going to be ready for it. So let me go ahead and present it. Let me get it up here first. We will be ready when he starts. Oh, I like this. See, I was trying to do a thumbnail too, and I can't figure out how to do them. Look at this thumbnail. You got Fraud at Wrangler there. You got Chief Deputy Whited right here. Okay, I'm gonna let this play, and I'll be coming into the chat because I'm gonna go outside. But I'll be coming into the chat and chatting with you guys if you're going to stay here. Otherwise, just go over to For Public Safety and watch. It's up to you. But I'm going to stay in the chat here for folks. We can talk. Okay, so are you guys getting audio now? On it again. Let me know if you get audio.
In the heart of the Vigilance Committee, where the sun sets low and the spirits run free, we stand together. same through the trials and the tests. We'll always give our best through the storms and the darkest night. We'll shine our light, we'll stand and fight for the ones we love, for the ones we've lost. In the Vigilance Committee, we'll bear the cost. We're the keepers of the flame. In the Vigilance Committee, we'll never be the same. Through the trials and the tests, we'll always give our best. Through the storms and the darkest night, we'll shine our light, we'll stand and fight for the ones we love, for the ones we've lost. In the Vigilance Committee, we'll bear the cost. We're the keepers of the flame. In the Vigilance Committee, we'll never be the same. Through the trials and the tests, we'll always give our best. In the quiet of the night, we'll keep the watch, we'll hold on tight. In the Vigilance Committee, we'll stand tall. Together we'll rise, together we'll fall. We're the keepers of the flame. In the Vigilance Committee, we'll never be the same. Through the trials and the tests, we'll always give our best. In the heart of the Vigilance Committee, where the sun sets low and the spirits run free, we'll stand together, hand in hand, watching over the sacred in the heart of the Vigilance Committee, where the sun sets low and the spirits run free, we'll stand together, hand in hand, watching over the sacred